and welcome to Equity Story. And obviously what you can see here, which is something that's really confused me here, but our brilliant team have, instead of me saying this is now general share advice, is like a screen that goes in the front.
We're going high tech, aren't we, Dave?
Yeah, we think we are. But the question is, how long do I give everyone to read this? Because I'm only going to give you, this is the first time you're going to get a long time. From now on, after this, it'll be about 0.3 cents of a second.
You need to pause it.
Yeah, so anyway, there you go. Equity Story, Trade Watch, general advice warnings, all there. That'll be all. And then by magic, I press this. And ta-da! It's the magic of the computer. Here we are, Wolf. Right. Anyway, I saw the James Bond film on the weekend. He does not remind me of you at all, by the way. You and him are polar opposites.
Who are you talking about?
James Bond.
I am like James Bond. I'm mysterious, handsome,
No, I'm sorry, Wolf. I say, Wolf, you're like, there's a few villains I would say are similar to you in character, but you and James Bond certainly, mate, very polar apart. Anyway, I have to congratulate your football team. Look like you might be second.
Yep. So we are second, 100%. It's just a matter of now.
So does that mean you qualify?
Yeah, we've qualified for the playoffs.
Okay. Oh, you don't get an automatic spot.
No, only the first teams get through. The second place teams go into the playoffs. So we might be playing something like Portugal. Hope not.
Oh god. Or you might even have to play someone like Macedonia.
Yeah, well, that also is tricky.
Yeah, which is Izzy's team, which you're not going to beat Macedonia anyway. Bond.
Yeah.
Go on, say my name's Bond, James Bond.
007, is that the one?
Yeah. No, I told you, you'll never pass. They need a new James Bond. It ain't going to be you. Might be Trent. Trent might do it, but not you.
Yeah, I'm not suave enough, am I? It's just, it's just not me.
All right.
I can't even be bothered wearing a shirt and tie. I've got no chance.
Now, getting to the money, because that's what I hear, the money business.
Yeah.
PLY. Nice chart. Very, very, although we knew what they're going to raise.
Yeah.
Very glad I had it on Einstein's, because today they've come up with the raise, but full marks. They've come up with possibly another company making an announcement.
Yeah, absolutely. So great timing. Kudos to the management for, if you're going to come up with a capital raising, how do you support it with a really good announcement? And that's what they come up with today. So he's saying they got a collaboration or work for hire with a big multi-billion-dollar company out of the US, to Interactive. They're going to be looking at a franchise. So they're going to be developing something quite interesting. They haven't said what yet, but they did say it's going to be worth north of 8-digit numbers, right? In dollars. So at least 10 million, you'd think. Pretty good.
Yeah, looks very, very good, Wolf. And
you've got to be excited. You've got to be, I think we picked a really good story here. So let's hope it goes up further.
So this could be one of those raises where it bounces pretty quick.
Yeah, absolutely. Might even not come down. It actually might go up.
Wolf, Elders.
Yep.
Well, was on Einstein's. Been on a few weeks now. Is that announcement worth being on Einstein's? Did you fundamentally approve?
Yeah, absolutely. That was pretty good. Everything you'd hope in this particular environment they delivered. That is the growth, the top line, bottom line. The outlook was positive as well. The only, I suppose, negative in there is the costs creeping up, but that's normal in a current environment we've got, right? We've got costs going up everywhere, not just agri sector. All the input costs are definitely rising. So it's something that a lot of these companies need to be aware of and navigate through successfully. But look, if I'm a holder, I'm still holding on that. Hopefully with the next 6 to 12 months, we'll push through resistance of $13.
ACL, Wolf.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting acquisition, hasn't it? So it's supporting this, certainly supporting this sideways movement at the moment. I wouldn't want to buy this till they're back over 450 by the end of the week.
Mm-hmm.
But certainly they were in, it's at the right time for them. They were, sideways, maybe heading a little bit lower, but I think that acquisition is given possibly a new lease of life into the ACL story in the short term anyway.
Yeah, it definitely gives them a bit of a spur on. The acquisition looks fairly inexpensive too on some really low multiples. It's, we've said it before, it's the number 3 player in Australia. So it's not the best quality out there. Sonic's probably the number 1, then Helios and these guys. So they're bulking up through acquisitions, which is fine. So it's just a trading stock. We had a pretty good go at it before. We made some money on it. Would I have a go at the moment with it right now? No, I'd probably wait for, like you said, Dave, for a better moment.
IPL, Wolf. So we took notice on this on Einstein's last week and the week before.
Yep.
Good price action, and it's come through with the goods today.
Yeah, it did. It's another good announcement by IPL. Surprisingly, it was, especially when there's a lot of chit chat going on saying the costs again might be impacting them, and they are, but overall still delivered a very good result. So, again, if you're in it, you're probably holding. Other than that, I think, I don't know, Dave, I'll leave it to you. What you did? Would you buy on this or not?
Well, I think that the trade was up to 350, where there was a lot of noise before.
There you go.
And it sort of just went there. So I think if you're in it, maybe you're holding it and see where it is by the end of the week.
Okay.
Wolf, DRE was unfortunately another one. Dreadnought had a beautiful looking share, but unfortunately, the announcement was out before I think we could take advantage of this and had a massive move up. But certainly that price action was looking excellent last week. And as we always said, the people in the know are always in the know, aren't they?
They buy before everyone else. That's the reason. And that's, we've seen, doesn't matter whose company it is, even our little pillar Y was going up last week. We thought, oh, that looks good. And hey, presto, this morning, pretty good. So that's why you pays to, be a member of Equity Story, because we pick those trends on our beautiful system, Cincinnati.
Wolf, I just want to talk about this week's hot stock, because I think we owe a lot for the people who did the mining course on this one. So I phoned you on Sunday with, I can't decide on hot stock.
Nah.
Right? And you were like, oh, shut up, Dave. And I was going,
are you calling me on a Sunday?
Yeah, and because I like Darber chart and anyway, so you had an interesting mining money course. And you were discussing on this about LYC, just the story of rare earths.
Well, Dave, it's interesting enough. Sorry to cut you off, but you were going to me. Well, I've got this idea about, we've had the conclusion of the climate change thing. I want to pick a stock in the climate change theme. Is there anything? And then we went, no. However, we were doing the course and we were talking different trends. We were talking different mini booms and busts. And then rare earths came into my head. I'm thinking, well, hang on a second. Rare earths is climate change space or sector, because of the elements in there are definitely supporting the renewables industry, the EV industry. So, hello, there's your answer to your question right at the beginning when you called me up, Dave. And then, I thought, okay, well, because we looked at those sort of trends, and we looked at LYC, and it was fascinating to look at it over the last 20 years, LYC. And it could be a massive still potential on this, right? Because when you look at it previously, it had huge moves, and it's only just at the beginning of it almost.
Well, I just took, and that's the interesting thing. I've just put it on the monthly so we can have a look, and as you can see, it's really since halfway through last year, it's really woken up. And if you look back in the past, when it does have these little wake ups, it can have a lot bigger run. And you can see here when it had a little wake up from $5, actually ran as high as 25, and even back here it ran from really as low as 1 up to 11 or 12. So totally get it, Wolf. Totally Love the chart, price action. Love the chart, and I think hopefully a hot stock that has got a hot theme and could do well. So. Well done there. You won under a bit of pressure on Sunday. I just couldn't just. I'm looking for the good chart, but I need that hot story behind it, Wolf. You know, that's why it's hot.
That's exactly right, Dave. Right. And this is very, very hot at the moment, this space. And I think, look, you're probably looking for a longer term a hold here. Because if you look at the chart, like you just put it on a monthly, put it on a weekly, doesn't matter which way you put it up, it looks very, very good. So maybe just focus on the longer term, maybe $9 the first target, and then maybe extend it further than that. Because it's, Dave, over the last 1.5 years, it's been holding that really aggressive trend line very well, hasn't it?
Yeah, no, definitely. Wolf, just going through a little bit, I'll go through Einstein's with you slightly, because good to see IGO looking good, and good to see IGO poke its head above 10. So that's that being resistance. If it can hold that by the end of the week, hopefully it can go on with it. SLR, which we put out as a trend, I think it's going through very nicely, as is our RMS, these little gold plays, and gold is holding up and looking pretty good. Yep. I thought that CKF chart, again, looking very, very nice, hopefully for, continuing that trend, that movement, run up higher. Dubber was definitely maybe the best buy signal, good story. Good green candle. It's starting to go on with it and look pretty good. As most of the other buy signals have started up quite nicely today. Einstein's picked the uranium very, very nicely with BOE up very strongly. DYL, obviously, Dev, the announcement came out before we could have a chance at that one, but certainly BOE and DYL. You can see that uranium looking like it's going to have another little bit of a push higher. Little AXGs up 8%, ABRs up 7%. So I'm starting to get a few nice movements of some of these material stocks. Yep. Industrials, GMP. So a very interesting chart this was, right? So, it broke out last week from all-time highs, and suddenly you go, hello, and now it's up again 6%. So I wouldn't mind. Do you know anything about this company, Wolf?
I was look, in my head, I'm praying to myself, please don't ask me what they do. Please don't ask me what they do. No idea.
Well, I can tell you. I'll tell you. I'll tell you very quickly.
Actually, I can do it myself. Hang on, I've got my little Reuters now working this morning. So
it's the installation, construction, and maintenance of power and communication systems.
Oh.
Defense, and they got today. They got a defense industry contract award.
Maybe I have to have a look at this one just to see if there's anything that maybe catches my eye. You never know.
They won their first power infrastructure contract with the defense industry in Queensland.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, right, this is where you might get excited. If we're talking about this renewable area, that's what it is. The previous announcement on 5th of October, Renewable Energy Contract Award. Maybe that's the space that they're in. Let's have a look at this. This could be one of our little renewable climate change companies, Dave.
All right. Interesting. Obviously, consumer stocks. We had GNC looking good. We had your little whiskey one, Lark.
Yep.
Again, if it looks like this by the end of the week, bang, bang, this is going higher. It's a great looking chart. I did mention one stock I liked yesterday was UBI. So they've gone through it very nicely, up a little 7%. And you like that company, don't you, Wolf?
Yeah, I don't mind it actually. They've got those sensors, which is one part of the business. They've actually got a few different things. They're in healthcare, but also the wine industry. So they've got these testers out there for the wine industry, which seems like that's been going very well, accepted industry-wide, right? So what that actually means revenue-wise, I'm not sure, because it's a fairly niche type product. But if you see the French winemakers buying it, it means that it is widely accepted, surely. So definitely one to watch, UBI. So I don't mind this company at all. I think it's pretty good.
Wolf, and another little one, DTI Group, looking quite exciting.
Yep.
And that's one you don't know anything about, is it?
No, because you asked me this morning, didn't you? And I said,
I just like to embarrass you. And,
yeah, well, you do that quite well on a daily basis.
And blue chip is another one that's doing well, which you know nothing about.
So you keep asking about these little penny punts out there that I've got no idea about.
All right.
Talking about some quality stocks.
All right, I'm going to talk about some of the ones that you do like. RUL is looking very, very good. That is cupped up beautifully. SKO, the only stock that you thought about marrying.
Yes, pretty much.
Absolutely looking very good. And obviously 88. Surprise, looking very, very good and fighting back from a bit of a sell-off. So some of your favorites there are doing well. So, you know, quite a few stocks there, Wolf. And again, you know, Einstein's, you know, certainly picking that momentum and trend for people to go in and scalp money is again absolutely killing it.
Yep.
On that note, there's plenty of trends there, plenty of ideas. We really like that hot stock LYC. PLY, it's been a doubler. This could be a.
I can't wait till tomorrow, Dave, when they release. You know, talking about what price, how much, and more details. I'm looking forward to that.
So, what you know, when you see that tomorrow, it's most probably looking like a buy on the open. As long as that raises, in that sort of 50 cents, right? If we got the raise, if we can get that raise around sort of, let's have a look at PLY. Let's have a look where that raise might be. I think I think that value came in, didn't it, at 70 cents? Yeah. I think we'll get the raise at 80 cents. That's my feeling.
You reckon? Yeah. I think probably 75.
Okay, there you go. What are we going to have on this? A beer? 75.
Yeah, okay.
All right, you say 75.
No, nice dinner. How's that? Nice dinner.
All right, nice dinner. All right, on that note.
5 cents for me, 80 for you. We'll see.
All right, on that note, thank you very much for listening to Equity Store, and I hope you like our new disclaimer screen.
Yes.
We are so modern. We're so modern now, aren't we?
I know.
Oh God, we're going to take Macquarie Bank, give them a run for their money. That's for sure.
Oh, please. I still don't know how to use Excel properly.
All right, see you, Wolf. Bye, mate. Bye.
Bye.